Hey, assalamualaikum everyone. This is Sana from Dramalogue, and I'm joined by someone new today. I'm joined by someone named Honeza. She is going to be joining our Dramalogue team because it was a lot to review. So here is Honeza. Assalamualaikum. How are you?
Hi everyone, I'm so glad to join you guys and like technically missing Sunny, but right now we are gonna do a little bit about Naqaab and Badru Chacha drama.
How's it going with you? Why do you want to
I'm
review?
doing great. I'm doing great. I'm enjoying my time over here with a lot of startup things and meetings and everything. In between, I was so much glad to watch something really interesting. That was hashtag. Your last review was amazing. And
Yeah.
first of all, congratulations for the tremendous response for that.
Okay. Did you watch hashtag?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
It was great. The plot was great. Let's get started with what we are doing with Naqaab, right?
Yeah. So I'll introduce Naqab. And Naqab is a new drama. I think it started like maybe like a month and a half ago. It's only 20 episodes, like a daily soap. And I just started watching just because, like, I like the actor, I guess, in the drama too. So I was like, oh, and the writer is a Shafia Khan, I think, from Rang Mahal, and she also wrote Gafara, which I watched, and I like that too. So I started watching it, and I got hooked. I was like, oh my gosh, this dysfunctional family. So this drama is written by Shafia Khan, like I said, and then directed by his name is really really hard. Sayed something. I don't know, like Jamshed,
No,
some
it was
something.
Khusnood Naqvi, something like this.
Yes, I know. It was like really hard name. It was like four names. I'm so sorry, but I was trying to find him on Instagram too, but I wasn't able to. But I mean, and I was looking try to find him, and I wasn't able to. But so if he's out there, I'm so sorry. Like if I'll try to find you and tag you. So and then written by that person, and then it's got Ali Ansari, and then Ali Ansari, I should say
Yes.
that, and then Humayun Ashraf. Then they're like new girls. I've never heard of them before, but like Amara Malik, and then
Yeah.
what's her name? What's her name? Kya naam iska?
Hina,
Hina
Iman.
Hina Tariq,
That's
and
playing
then
Iman.
Ga
Ghana Ali.
Ghana. Oh, I thought it was
Ghana
Ghana,
Ali.
like the country. Anyways, oh Ghana. Oh, acha.
Ghana.
So okay, so this drama is like, for oh my gosh, like the first episode, I was like, what the hell? Like, it's like this like dysfunctional family. Okay, like there's this poor guy who's like, who's married to this girl, Amara Malik. Her name's Layla in the drama, and
Yeah.
he's like being treated like he's like the Mali and the one who gets a grocery and the driver and everything, and she's like really 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 mean to him, right? And then that was like really odd to me. Um, and then this like Humayun Ashraf is married to her name is Zara, and then I find out that like Zara and Bilal, the guy who's like kind of like made made a servant, or a house person, I guess, like, or a house help, is actually like they're siblings, and they're also related to each other. Like all of these people are related. And then Layla is so basically, okay, I'm gonna come back to it. Okay, so that's so they're like three brothers, and there's the middle brother dies. Okay, and then middle brother has two kids, Bilal and Sarah, and the older brother has
Okay.
one son only. Like his name is Temur, played by Humayun
Okay.
Ashraf, and then the younger one that has two kids, Layla and Ahad. Ahad is
Ahad.
also
Yeah.
playing them. Ahad is the same guy who was in Fairy Tale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so what happens is that so basically, like when the middle brother dies, I guess like it was about like the uski jaidad and stuff. So they wanted to take it all, and so what they did, they planned to get Zara married to Temur, and uh this guy Bilal to Layla, so that like everything remains in the family, and they don't ask for their share. And then on top of that, like Layla doesn't really like, she likes, I guess she's nice to him, she's kind to him, all of her life, but like she did not want to marry him, and she actually wanted to marry Temur, right? And Zara
She
also
was
wanted to marry
pressured. I
Temur.
think she liked to be with somebody else, right?
No, she liked Temur initially. So she wanted to marry
Okay.
Temur, and then Zara married Temur, even though like I guess Temur's mom knew that Layla likes Temur, and Temur is not even
But
interested in
eventually
Zara.
she made it like something difficult for her and Temur as well.
Who? Zara
No,
or Layla?
Temur's mother. Although she knew about
Yeah,
that,
she got them married now because of the whole like property thing. And Temur agreed to it, so it's his fault too. He could have said no, right? It's not like he wasn't a baby. So basically, what happens is like Temur is not really into his wife, anyways. But like still they're still intimate, right? But like Layla and and Bilal, are they intimate? They're not, right?
they're not. Yeah, yeah, they are not.
At all, right? From what I
Actually,
understand.
Layla is giving a very tough time to Bilal. She's not
Uh
respecting
huh.
him at all. That's
I mean,
the
like,
main
yeah,
cause.
she's like,
Like,
she's mad at him for agreeing to marry.
yeah, but still, the dynamics could have changed if she would have behaved in certain manner, like according to our Pakistani dynamics of society.
Yeah, yeah, but she's Layla, no.
She's
I like
Layla,
Layla.
yeah, she's
I
Layla.
like her. I like her. So she's like really mad at him, right? And then and Bilal's okay with it because he understands her. And what else? And Bilal is the poor Bilal. Oh my gosh. I'm just like Bichara. I just want to hug him. I'm like Bichara.
I think the main credit goes to writer that from the very starting he has put highlight on
It's a
Bilal
girl,
as a
Shafia.
bichara person.
It's
Sorry,
the writer is a
she
she.
Shafia Khan, right? Yes, she put him under the highlight as he is very like helpless or something, but he was very intelligent. That he stood up for Iman, not for anything that will create more feud in the family. So he was intelligent enough to figure it out when I have to speak
Yeah,
up.
well, he's super smart, intelligent, and he knows exactly like what other person is thinking, right? So he's really intuitive too. So and then here comes a girl from the some village, and she's actually like the oldest brother's like friend's daughter, who has come to study, and somehow she ends up like some stuff happens, and she ends up like staying at their house to go to college. And then so here's the whole thing changes. Like she's like the observer in this house. Like, what do you think of like Hina Tariq's character? Her name is Iman in the drama. What do you think of her
Iman,
character?
yeah. I think she is being like a uh, fresh air in between the whole, like complex family scenario. She's like very chill, chubby, lively, and she becomes center of attraction all of a sudden because she has a very different personality trait. Uh, she was more attractive than like Lela, and I think Zara was also too much dull. But
Oh,
when
Zara
she
to khair
came,
छोड़ो उसको तो. Zara to she's just like
she
she's
was
like
she was
she's very
portrayed herself
selfish,
very
conniving
badly.
kind of
Yeah.
person. Was out there, yes, like as in personality wise, yes. Um.
She was actually being herself. She was not
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
into
She's
any
yeah for
drama or
sure.
stuff. It was her personality that drawn attention of a lot of people toward herself.
Yeah. So a lot of people say that like they don't like her character. Sunny doesn't like her character. She's
I
annoying.
I
What do you
I
think?
think that in this typical scenario, she was a little bit too light and too lively for that. That's why maybe
What do
we
you think
don't
about her
like her.
acting? Like, should she have toned it down a bit or what?
I think her acting was actually she's a new actress. Like she has no a lot of experience in this field. As I have seen her interview with the Nida Yasser show, and she was telling that it's very new to her. So according
Mm.
to that, I think she has done a great job.
I mean, I like her. I was okay with it. Like I was initially, I was like, yeah, like she. She needs a little bit tone it down, but I warmed up to her. Like as the episodes progressed, I did warmed up to her. So and then the music played, like the music that plays like in the background, it's like hilarious. I know, like it's like suspenseful, right? Like, and then everyone has like their own agenda, and I just cannot figure out anyone. Like, okay, yeah, so the Taijan, right? I mean, is she nice? Is she not?
Yeah, it's a very gray character. You cannot, you
Yeah,
cannot
even
figure
like
it out.
Mayu Ashraf, like his character is so
Yeah,
gray, right? It's like are you a good
yeah,
person or
yeah.
he's
And I
creepy
think,
for sure.
yeah, sorry to interrupt in between, but I have observed all of the characters have more or less gray shades, except for the character of Iman, where she is standing upright for her principles. Like whenever, that's
Mm,
what my like
I think
observation about her
Bilal
character.
has a Bilal. I don't think has any gray shades.
Yeah, Bilal. I guess Bilal would have stood up for himself way earlier than the point where he was standing up for Iman. He could, but he did not. So I
He
feel
well
that
like no
he's also,
because of his sister, Remember, like his sister wanted to marry Temur,
yeah,
and the
yeah,
only
because of, yeah, absolutely,
mm,
absolutely. You're right.
yeah.
There, yeah,
He basically sacrificed himself for his sister at
yeah,
that
yeah,
time. Yeah. And
yeah.
then
Layla
Layla can
thought that
easily
he's gonna
so
deny.
Layla can easily divorce him, but she doesn't. A soft corner for him.
Maybe yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe, I like her name, like the name of her character, Layla.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah, like
proudy and stuff. Yeah.
she's a little bit, I guess. So Ahad is another character, right? And I think he's gonna turn into like a gray character too, right? So वो भी
Yeah.
gray हो जाएगा, okay? Because I think what's gonna happen is somehow so he will क्या नाम है Temur is creepy, perverted person, right? So he's gonna try to seduce or something क्या नाम है Iman ko, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah,
he will get caught or something like that, and then he's gonna blame Iman, right?
yeah.
And then Ahad will not believe her either, and then it's gonna be Bilal who's gonna be the savior. I think ऐसे ही कुछ होगा.
But I just don't want to go into the spoiler stuff, but I
I mean, I
think
don't know
that
spoiler. I mean, I don't know either, so I'm just guessing.
but I think that Temur is gonna have a tough time because Iman is very smart
You
enough to outshine him. Like Iman would never fall for him.
oh
He's
fall to
already
नहीं,
married.
yeah, obviously. No.
Yeah. And I think the dynamics of the drama goes like she has a lot of options. Like Ahad is deeply and like madly falling for her.
No, he's not.
He's
I don't
gone.
like him.
I
He's
think
like
Ahad is also interested in her a little bit.
he's interested, yes. Like he's like this like privileged guy who's like, okay, मुझे ये चाहिए. मुझे
Then I
नाराज
think
हो गई, this
he
and
has
that.
this is gonna be disclosed, but I think he has already a fiance or somebody interested in her back in Tando Alayar, where she has initially come
वो तो
from
सबको
to
पता है.
Karachi to
Everybody
stay.
knows interested in him, right? So otherwise she would have said to everyone, "Oh, I'm engaged," right? Or would have been wearing a ring. So क्या नाम है उसका who? Oh yeah, I don't know if you did you watch episode 20 or
I
19
think I did. What are
when
you
he's on the
referring to?
train
Exactly.
when he's on the train going to like Islamabad,
Just one.
and this man comes and sits, right? And I'm like, okay, is this man real or is he a jinn? I think it was jinn.
Maybe. She's not.
Because he's
Sure.
like, he even tells him like how much money he has in his pocket or in his wallet. Hey, assalamualaikum, how's it going?
Hi. Say hi. Hello. Hi.
Assalamualaikum, how are you? So that's what it is, and so as far as acting goes, like, what do you think?
I think the best part about Iman character that I really loved was she really want to achieve something through her education, and she's not much into the temporary gains. love this thing about Iman's character. She was pretty much focused on what she was doing and why she was doing. And I think Ghana Ali character, I think it was pretty great because she was just like badly influenced by the fact in our society that if this is your job to protect your man from other women. So I think this kind of thing that is showed in her character, that she's obsessed with her husband. I mean,
everyone's doing a great job. You know, Ali Ansari, I was really impressed with him in the latest episodes, like where he's like crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it was so emotional, right? Like I don't know if you watched that episode where like he finds out that his Chacha has died, and I was like, wow. And then he says like, oh, like you know, you guys did not wait for me for that to flee and just did it without me, and he was so hurt, you know. It was so sad. Like I'm like I just want to hug him. And then he came back and he says to Leila that मैं सिर्फ तुम्हारे लिए आया हूँ, and I was like, oh my god, Leila, like Leila, wake
yeah,
up.
that was
I know,
that
I'm
was
just like, oh
really
my gosh, like I'm
catching.
going
Yeah.
goo gaga over Bilal's character, but I'm loving Bilal's character. Like he's such a sweetheart, you know. What else? I think that's
And I think the best part about his character was the way he has portrayed like the composed and very calm
yeah.
person amidst the chaos and the family politics
I
and
know.
everything. It was
Yeah, like
phenomenal. His
and
acting was great.
like when he comes on screen, like everything is like calm, you know, and it
Yeah,
shows. I
yeah,
think I don't know if you noticed that. It's just like it's really calm. And then when that music plays, like it's like he understands what's going on, kind of thing, you know. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. And then what? So direction is good too. I like that. I like the execution. I just hope they don't start with flashbacks like Geo does. This is an ARY drama, but I don't want to see flashbacks, please. So
I think
you know we can wrap it
I
up.
think we should go for Badru Chacha Ka Makan. That's a telefilm, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I told you to watch that one because I wanted to discuss it at any point.
I found it
So
really interesting and very light comedy rom-com. It was great.
so Badrochacha Ka Makan. Who's the writer? I forgot.
The writer was Sarmat. No, the writer was Sabah Hassan. Yeah, Sabah Hassan was the writer.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is an Eid telefilm, and I know like people don't usually review Eid telefilms, but here I am. And I really think that I watched Ramadan drama, and I've watched few Eid telefilms, and I seriously think that Pakistani telefilms and Ramadan dramas are way more progressive than the year-round dramas for some odd reason. I'm not sure what the reason is. Okay, so so with Badruchacha Ka Makaan, it's written by Sabah Hassan, right, and directed by Sarmat Khusat. I think Khusat.
Yes. Sarmat
So. So and then it's Sania Saeed and then Sohail Samir, I think is his name, the guy.
Her character was Kaniz.
Namir Khan, and then Mirab Ali. So
Yes.
and then there's Syed Muhammad Ahmad Badru Chacha जो
Suhail Sami. He was a Shfaq.
नहीं नहीं जो Badru Chacha जो है
Acha, हाँ. He was Ahmad Sami.
Syed Muhammad Ahmad or something like that. That's his name. So what happens is like the story plot line is like there's this like Badru Chacha, and he has he's like all alone in this world, and he has nobody. He's like in his like 70s or whatever. And he has tenants or who rent his upper portion of his house. There's a widow and her daughter. So it's Tanya Saeed and then Mira Bali, and so that's there. And then all of a sudden, like one day he dies, like, so, and then like after that, like two, and they claim the house. They're like, oh, acha hamara karo again, and they even move downstairs and they start their own like business in the house and like kapde par laga ke and everything. And then all of a sudden, like there's this man and his son who comes at their door, and they claim to be the inheritors. That's how the whole story starts, and they're like, and then the mom and daughter are like, well, like I've never heard of you guys before, and they don't agree to it. They're like, nope, you're not. It's not you. And then, but then, so what they do is, they decide कि ऊपर एक रहेंगे नीचे दूसरे रहेंगे, and then that's how the whole story starts. So that's the premise
Yeah.
of the story. And
Yeah.
and from the get-go, like from the first scene, I was hooked, right? Because of the dialogues, I think, and it was just, and then Sanya Saeed is amazing, man. So
And the
she's
way she was like expressing in
yes.
between, it was so interesting. Like for a little time, I thought she actually murdered Badru Chacha. Like the way she expressed when she was on the bed, she told her Meerup, Mehru, yeah, she told like I wish I could have done that before, and I was like, maybe she could have. You never
She's
know.
like,
But anyways,
initially,
it was great. Her
she
acting
says,
was great.
initially she says शुरू में ना अभी bonus पे चल रहे हैं. I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And I think her dialogue delivery was very up to mark. She was a very strong character
it was
in that.
hilarious. Like I just like, and then the whole like there, and even when Sohail Samir comes, and like, oh my god, it was like even they together, it was like I was, and then this couple totally overshadowed Namir and Mira. Like I'm sorry, I like
Yeah,
Namir, but they
surprisingly.
overshadow shows. We don't go for young. Like it doesn't. Your story doesn't need young lead. Saying is, I was just gonna say that this shows that you can have a love story about older couple too, and people will watch it. You don't need a young couple love story every single time.
I think it all depends on the chemistry, real
That's what
life
I'm saying.
and
Like,
in the real
exactly.
life. Yes, yes.
Exactly. So I mean, because like there's a perception that like if you only have like this big, young characters and young male actors and
Yeah,
actresses who are really
absolutely.
popular, you'll have a good people will watch it. No, 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 no. It's not true. So I actually liked Sanya Saeed and Sohail Samir's chemistry more than
And like
Namir and
the
Mira.
way Sanya Saeed has shown like having a butterfly in her tummy and all
It
that, so
was
good.
hilarious.
And you
I
cannot
know, and she
expect
goes
that
like
from that.
on dates.
Yeah. That just
She's like dating,
that was just
and
amazing.
it was so progressive, right? I mean, there were no nosy neighbors. के ha ha, ये क्या हो रहा है? देखो लड़की जा रही है. Like she goes on
Yeah,
date with this
absolutely.
guy and sits around and like has nobody bats an eyelid, right?
It was very
Which I
smooth.
love.
And it was very
It was
smooth,
it was
organic,
very
natural.
contemporary, very modern, and that's how it should be. Like she has a right to get married, so she should. And she actually
Even if you
accepts to
remember,
marry him.
even if you remember, once she said to Meerab also that I can go for the second marriage and why I would take care, look after a
I
girl
know
like you.
exactly my thoughts.
Yeah, yeah,
मैंने कहा यार ठीक है, दूसरी शादी कर लो, क्या है?
yeah.
तो and then so for me, like I love the drama. मेरे लिए सबसे the whole like पूरा experience खराब हो गया with a totally un-Islamic information that was never corrected. Or
Like
was misinformation. It was a
Numair
blatant.
can't marry Mehru.
Exactly. So
Right.
so this misinformation, like so what happens is like, a meetup, or Namir
Hold
and
on.
what's the girl's name?
Meru. Meerab.
No, Meetup उसका नाम है असली. So
Yes.
they find out that their parents want to get married and they're like, oh, अब हमारी शादी नहीं हो सकती, right? And that fact was never corrected till the end. Like I know that they were like Namir. Well, I guess spoilers. Namir and like his dad are not really is not really the dad, but like that misinformation was never corrected, because and it should have been, because Islamically they can get married and they're from like different marriages. So I just thought it was a very irresponsible of the writer,
You're right.
the director,
You're right.
and entire team.
Unfortunately, most of people are not too much aware of the dynamics of the step brother and
But
step.
the writer should be, right.
Yeah, he had
I mean,
writer
Salman,
had the opportunity to clarify this
I
thing
mean,
as well.
wasn't the writer aware? I don't know. And then, and why did there was Sarmat who said, right? The director, he's a seasoned director. They're actors on this, no. So none of the actors ever said, "Okay, ये गलत है," like this is misinformation. I mean, it's really like it's very explicit in the Quran actually.
The twist in the drama, they have
I
not
mean, but
much
it wasn't
thought
even a
about.
twist ना कि वो कह देते एंड में कि नहीं बेटा तुम लोग की अगर हम लोग रिलेटेड होते अगर तुम मेरे बेटे होते भी तब भी तुम दोनों की शादी हो सकती थी.
Yeah. No, but
Just one
but
sentence.
in the end, what happened that they were pretty agree for the that whole marriage scene. But what happened that Sania Said has said that I would have made you married to the guy if he would be so rich and stuff or stable. So I think a writer has clarified a little bit, but not as clear to the audience.
No, it wasn't. Like I didn't think it was clear. Like only that's my only grunt and grudge with the entire team. Okay, I mean, first of all, like you're actually giving wrong information to the viewers, right? आप गलत बात बता रहे हैं ना viewer को, जो बिल्कुल ही it's not true.
I think
It's actually like
you are right to some extent that they have not cleared it, but they have also
नहीं but
not.
देखिए गलत information भी दे दी ना, गलत information भी तो दे दी ना audience को.
Yeah, this is misinforming the audience.
The audience about an Islamic issue, about an Islamic law, which is really wrong, like in my opinion.
I think
So,
I
yeah,
think
that's
the most important part was when some real relative of Badru Chacha arrived. When everything was resolved in the end, like the fact was disclosed that he is not the real relative and he has just heard about Badru Chacha and he met when whole that
Yeah.
climax happened. Then the real relatives arrive and that was the main thing. I
ये
think.
कब हुआ था? ये भी हुआ?
Yeah, in the end.
ये कब
Did
हुआ?
you miss that?
Really? I
Don't
didn't watch
tell
the
me.
last part then.
You are too much into Naqaab.
No, I was like no, मुझे इतना गुस्सा आ रहा था इस misinformation पर कि I was like, oh my god, I cannot watch this. Like मुझे गलत information I cannot digest. और मुझे गुस्सा and I wish I can actually convey this to the writer and the director and the team. मुझे गुस्सा आ रहा था seriously.
I
And I was
think
like, oh my god.
this point should be clear.
मैंने देखा ही नहीं वो part. I missed it.
You are just disheartened that why
I know मैं इतनी
they have not
disheartened हो गई
clarified
थी.
it.
मैंने कहा I was like ये क्या है ये? क्यों हो रहा है ये? Like don't they know?
And you know,
अगर मुझे पता था, I'm sure
the
सबको
real
पता.
relative, they arrive with about 2-3 kids and the whole family, the whole truck.
Really? I need to go back and watch that. Like,
It was really hilarious because whatever they have strived for from the very beginning, Kanis and Mehru and Ashfaq and Kabir, everything just like went in vain and they have to do it all over again for the real relatives. All that drama.
नहीं वो दे देंगे उनको मकान.
Maybe, yeah, most probably.
I would still recommend watching it. Just do not fall for that misinformation. Other than that, I think that was the only Eid film that I was attracted to. The other one I just want to mention is like it's really it's a little okay with Amar Khan and Monique Butt. I watched it. It was good. It was fine.
Okay.
There were some scenes really good, and Amar Khan was really good in that drama. The Eid telefilm.
That's
yeah,
cool.
Amar Khan achieved it.
Amar Khan is a great actress, by the way. She
मुझे बहुत पसंद है Amar.
She put everything in the character, like each and every
and she always replies. She always replies to me. She always like likes my posts. She always like I like her.
Because her mother was very much into the field for such a long time, so she know how to conduct the people, and that reflects in her acting as well.
Yeah, no, Amar to अच्छी है. I like her. She's a fun person. So yeah, so on that note, we'll end our review. Inshallah, we'll be back with another review. Let us know what you think, and do watch both the dramas. Like I totally recommend them. And inshallah, we'll see you guys next time.